Hello, my miraculous friend, and welcome to another episode of the Magnify Your Miracles podcast. This is Reverend Francis Faden, and I'm so grateful that we get to spend this time together helping you magnify your miracles. If you've been dealing with something that feels heavy, something that's like a persistent issue, something that you just were like, oh my God, I wish I could overcome this problem, this circumstance, whatever it might be. This episode is for you. I'm going to be sharing with you a beautiful story. It's actually one of my favorite stories to share about Mother Mary and the process that she went through for the day that we call her Assumption. Now, this episode is going to be coming out in the month of August of 2024, and Mother Mary's Assumption Day is August 15th. So you should have some time to listen to this episode. And if you're listening to it afterwards, you can still really benefit from what I'm going to be sharing with you, because it's really a timeless story and it's a timeless blessing that is available for all of us. So before we do any of that, just take a breath with me, because I really want you to be open and receptive. I like to put my hand on my heart and just take a few deep breaths. And as you're doing this, just have the intention of, I'm getting ready to receive a blessing. I'm getting myself, my body, mind, and spirit ready to receive a blessing. And knowing that whatever you need to hear to help you to magnify your miracles is exactly what you're going to hear. Let's take one more deep breath in gratitude, and we can begin. All right, my friends. So you may or may not have grown up with the holy day that's called the Assumption, Mother Mary's Assumption. If you're raised Catholic, like I was, it's something that you're familiar with, but you may not be familiar with some of the metaphysical meaning of this particular day. And ever since I've been working with Mother Mary, channeling her energy since 2012, I have been taking people through this process that I call the Assumption process, which is really getting you ready for it. And then Mother Mary actually takes you through it. And it's something that we do in the Magnify Your Miracles membership. We do it every year. If you want to join the Magnify Your Miracles membership, you can do that. We would love to have you, because we are going to be doing it this year on August 15th. And it is what I call the ultimate overcoming process. So to give you a little bit of a background, we are here now when you're watching this, probably in the month of August. I'm recording this in early August. We are in the energy of the Lion's Gate. The Lion's Gate has opened. It's going to peak on the 8th. And then some people think, oh, that's the end of it. Well, what you don't know is that it's actually getting you set up for the energy on the 15th. And I'll be doing something special for the Lion's Gate. I'll be doing absolutely an activation that day to really help you tune into that vibration of abundance. But then on the 15th, this is the day that Mother Mary really calls the Great Overcoming. So we don't really know that much about Mother Mary's life other than what we've pieced together through mystics and prophets and people, and also historical things that have been found about her. And one of the people, Anne Catherine Emmerich, who had this profound vision of Mother Mary shared with her the end of her life. Mother Mary shared that she was actually in the country of Turkey when she passed in Ephesus. And she went through this process of letting go of her earthly body and being able to, transcend. Now, here's how the story goes that Anne Catherine Emmerich told us. And I've mentioned this before in a previous episode, but it's such a good story that I want to share it again. And Mother Mary shares that when she was getting ready to leave this earthly realm, what they say, they call it that she just went to sleep. They call it the dormition. She just went to sleep, as if she was just sleeping. And the disciples that were there, they put her in this like wicker coffin type of a thing and put her in this tomb area, similar to how Jesus was buried, like in a kind of in a cave type of a thing. But Thomas wasn't there. And Thomas comes, I think the next day or a couple of days later, something like that. He makes it there, and he's just overcome that he wasn't able to say goodbye to Mother Mary. So they say, well, we can take you to see her. And so they go to the tomb and they go in there, and there's the wicker basket and nobody's in there. Sound familiar, right? So this story really echoes the energy of the resurrection. And so Mother Mary, her body, not in there. Now, from a metaphysical point of view, this isn't about a theology trying to get you to believe anything. From a metaphysical point of view, what I think has happened is Mother Mary stepped into her light body in the similar way that the transfiguration happened. And I think this can happen for all of us when we get to that level of consciousness. She stepped into her body, which all of us are walking around in this suit, right? This suit of that's very, very real to all of us. It just became light. And so, because I would think, like, why does anybody need a body in heaven? It makes no sense. But if for your body to be transmuted and become your light body and all those particles just like transform, oh, that makes sense to me. And that's what happened. So what Mother Mary has said, it's like it's the final thing that was holding her down. The final heaviness was her actual physical body. And even in that, she became a light being and she overcame the energy of the world. And we've heard this, right? Jesus saying, be of good cheer, I've overcome the world, right? So Mother Mary giving us another example of being able to do that. Now, one of the things that she's been wanting me to share with you about this story is, for you, it might not be your physical body, but there's something that's weighing you down. There's something that might feel like it's holding you back. There's something that is keeping you from stepping into your light body. Let's put it that way, the lightest, highest version of yourself. And that could be beliefs, it could be old patterns, it could be habits, it could be physical illness, it could be something that you have going on. But the point is that it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. No matter what it is, Mother Mary has shown us that you can step to the other side and you can become that energy of light. This process is what I call her assumption process. And every year she takes us through this process, which is why I'm inviting you. If you want to join us, you can join the Magnify Your Miracles membership, francisfaden.com/membership. And you can join us. And, it's a month-to-month thing. You don't have to stay with us long if you don't want to. Hopefully you'll want to. You'll want to join us and do the novenas with us and pray with us and be part of the community. But even if you just want to stay for a month and go through this process, the assumption process, it's so powerful and it's such a healing process to go through, where Mother Mary, whatever it is that's heavy for you, whatever it is that's holding you down, you offer that to her through this beautiful meditation that I take people through. And then she takes that with her into her light body and boom, that's what happens. Now, people have told me in the past how remarkable this has been for them, that problems that they have had have really shifted. Now, I'm not going to promise you, that you're going to throw down your crutches and walk type of a thing, but it's more of what's holding you back in your mind. Because at the end of the day, this is what's holding us back. The mind is what's holding us back. Our beliefs, our fears, our habits, those are the things. And so as our mind becomes free, then the body often will respond to that, or your finances will respond to that, or your relationships will respond to that, or whatever it might be. It really starts with unburdening your mind, letting go of the belief. So here's a belief I'm being told to tell you right now, is a lot of times when people have had something that they've had for a long time. So maybe you've had a lot of debt for many, many years, or maybe you've had a physical challenge for many, many years, or maybe you have been in a relationship that's not so great for many, many years. We can start to convince ourselves that this is the way it is, and it's going to be this way. And that's just what's happening. And so we start to unconsciously or subconsciously condition ourselves to keep experiencing whatever this is, instead of stepping into that version of yourself where that's not an issue. And that's what the assumption process is. It's really a quantum physics process. I'm just putting it in the terms that, Mother Mary has explained it to me. It's stepping into the version of yourself that doesn't have that issue. And that version of yourself exists right now. Right now, that version of yourself that has beautiful relationships, that has plenty of money, that has vibrant health, that is joyfully happy, whatever it might be, that version of yourself exists right now, because everything exists all in the now. Again, we're talking about more like metaphysical quantum stuff right here, right? So we take this idea that Mother Mary wants to take you through this process. She wants to help you experience yourself as your light body being. And that's what the energy of the assumption is. So here's Mother Mary at the end of her life. And the contrast between the end of her life and the end of Jesus's life is just so profound. Um, One teacher, teaching us the way that most of us learn through pain and through challenges, and one teacher teaching us through love and harmony and peace and acceptance. And we need both of those teachers. We need both of them to show us, because sometimes we don't get it unless we see somebody overcoming something that's really, really hard and really, really challenging, and come to the other side of it, and just to see like, wow, that's even possible. But Mother Mary is here to help all of us recognize that that's not the only way. You can grow, you can change, you can transform through love, through peace, through surrender. And that's what that assumption process is really about. So I'd love to have you join me if you want to do that. If you're not able to do that, then what I recommend that you do is you find your own way of spending time with Mother Mary on August 15th. Spend some time with her. You can go to a chapel, you can go out into the forest, you can go anywhere that you feel that Divine Mother presence. And I encourage you to maybe write it all down. Like, write down, what do you feel like is weighing you down? What do you feel like is something that you really want to overcome? Write it all down. And then you can fold it up, and you can rip it up, you can burn it, you can do whatever, do something that's safe. You don't want to do anything causing any forest fires or anything like that, but do something where you're symbolically saying, I'm releasing this. Throw it in the trash, do whatever you do, but mentally be giving it to her. Mentally say, Divine Mother, take me with you. Take me with you. Help me to step through the portal of dense energy into light energy. Because when we're living in that frequency, that's when everything starts to change for us. When we're recognizing, like, wait a minute, I've always been this light being. I've always been this person. I just didn't know it because I thought that I was this body. When we want to love this body, but we also want to recognize that we're not this body. We have a light body that is our true body, and we want to allow ourselves to align with that. I hope this makes sense to you. It's something that's taken me a while to really understand. And if you do have any questions about it, feel free to leave me a comment. I love to answer your comments and to answer any questions that you might have. If you do want to join us, I would love to have you join us and to go through this assumption process with Mother Mary. FrancisFaden.com/membership. And you can join us and go through this process with all the rest of us. And it's so powerful to do in a group vibration as we're channeling Mother Mary's energy. We're in her presence, and we're able to really experience this on a deep and profound level. All right, my friends. So this beautiful month of August is blessing you in ways that you can't even imagine. I'm sending all those blessings right back to you. Remember what we want to keep in here, that your miracle is already here. We'll see you next time, my friends. Bye-bye.